If you've decided to start an exercise routine as you kick off 2021, you're going to want to watch this segment. Zehra is here to teach us how to work out smarter, not harder. This is a good philosophy in general, so you've got my attention. So how do we work smarter, and where are we working too hard, Zehra?
Okay, so I know it's the new year and everybody has these goals they want to hit, and we want to make sure that we are efficient in our workouts. We are making sure that we're working out smarter, not harder. And that means it doesn't mean you need hours on the treadmill or hours doing your workout to get the results you want and the goals that you're looking to achieve in the new year.
I love that philosophy. It's not like sitting there in the treadmill for 2 hours is necessarily the best tactic, right? So where do most people start?
So there's 3 areas I want you to focus on. Your first one is weight training and strength training. So if you want to see results and you want to maximize your workouts, you've got to do some sort of weight training. It can be body weight training. It can be using a set of weights. You just want to challenge the muscles. The more you work the muscles, you increase your metabolism. And the beauty of working your muscles, things like squats and lunges and bicep curls and chest press, is when you're done, those muscles are still working. So you're actually burning more calories when you're at rest.
Okay, so those big muscle movements are the things that you need to be incorporating.
Exactly.
Yeah, one of my favorites is cardio, and you've got tips for those starting out.
Yes, for sure. So cardio is important too. You want to work on that cardiovascular strength, get the heart pumping, but a lot of times we think, hop on the treadmill, the longer I go, the better, and that's not always the case. You want to work in intervals there as well. You want to challenge yourself. So if you can go on the treadmill for an hour, that's great. But maybe if you bring it down to half an hour and every few minutes you increase your intensity, you walk a little bit faster, you get a little bit of a jog, and then bring it back down to a walk, that's actually more of an efficient workout, and you're challenging your body a little bit more as you go. That's going to get you faster results than just doing the full length of the hour. So even if you're walking outside, go for a couple of minutes. Say every 2 minutes, I'm going to do 30 seconds, walk really fast or do a light jog, and then go back to a walk. That's going to keep your body guessing. That's going to make you burn more calories, and it's going to make your workout more efficient.
The other mistake I do with interval training is I'll do the same sort of interval training time after time after time, but we should be mixing that up. So if you walk for 2 minutes and then walk fast for 30, walk for 5 minutes and then, walk fast for 30 seconds, like switch it up, right?
Yeah, keep your body guessing, because our bodies are super efficient and they learn how to, kind of how to do the easiest thing possible. So if you keep your body guessing, it definitely makes it work harder.
I know I said cardio was my favorite, but this is my real favorite, and it's mobility. And especially as I get older, mobility is so crucial. So this is something most people skip. Let's talk a little bit about mobility.
Yes, for sure. And I'm so with you on that. I used to just hop into my workouts, not warm up, not cool down. And, I could do that when I was younger. But as I'm getting older, I'm definitely noticing how mobility plays a huge role in not getting injured, getting more from your workouts, and recovering faster. So you can do any type of mobility. Just make sure you're warming up, make sure you're stretching afterwards. If you want to do a quick 10, 15-minute yoga video, get some downward dog in, stretch out those hips, it's amazing. And the beauty of mobility is that you can fit it in throughout the day. It doesn't always have to be when you do your workouts. So brush your teeth, do a little quad stretch, whatever feels good when you're watching TV, do a little stretch. It's really important to lengthen those muscles, loosen them up, so that when you are working out, you're less likely to be injured and you will recover faster.
Oh, yeah, because you want those muscles working into your 90s, 99, 100.
Exactly.
You want them still doing the thing. Thank you, Zehra.
For sure.
Really good points. Love those ideas. So now that we know how to work out smarter, let's reflect on times when we did the opposite. Let's bring everyone in here because I want to know, what was the most gimmicky workout item or video you ever bought, used, or tried out? There's so many out there. And did you actually use it, or did it just collect dust? Like, do you have the treadmill that is really just a hanger for your clothing? You can admit it to us. MDP.
Well, Trace, I do consider myself quite the fitness expert, as you know. I'm just kidding. I wish. Yeah, on the picture of health. With that being said, I have been victim and guilty of these gimmicky sort of workout equipment. But I have to say, I've really moved on to and became a professional still with my shake weight here. This is my workouts in a nutshell. These gimmicky things are crazy, but if it gets people moving and it gets you in the right mind space, Trace, I think that's the most important thing. And this one definitely did and does collect dust for me.
Yeah, I'm with you there, though. If the toy is going to help you do the thing, then get the toy. Whatever helps. If it's a cute tank top, then do that. Okay, Andrea Donsky, the most gimmicky fitness thing you've ever bought, and did you use it? Did it collect dust?
I would say definitely the videos, like the DVDs. So I had like Slim and Six. I bought all the Windsor Pilates. I don't know if you remember these, Tracy, but like I was the perfect candidate to buy all of the DVDs that were out there. Now, they had like the thigh and the bun. They had the basic one, the ab sculpting. I mean, literally, it was out there. I bought it. Now, I have to say, I did use the ab sculpting one. Not so much the other ones. They collected dust. But I did use this one for a time. I wasn't so dedicated to it at the time, but it did work when I did use it.
I love it. Good stuff. Listen, if you're going to use it, even if it's one out of the set, hey, it's a good thing. It was money well spent. Okay, let me go over to Victoria now. Have you ever like bought into something gimmicky, fitness related?
Oh yeah. So I would say generally, if I'm going to work out, it has to be simple. If things start to get weird and like my head or my foot's over my head and I'm pulling some band, I'm usually out. It gets way too complicated. But I have bought, I remember a while ago, it was some Pilates equipment. It had so many parts. It required so much assembly. I think I've used it one time collectively with my whole family, but I can't throw it out. It's still there. So maybe one day, but generally I like to keep it very simple, not weird, and just some weights and a mat, and that's usually it.
And I get it, because that's actually what Zehra talks about. All you need is a couple of weights. You only need your body weight, really, to get a good workout. So if you're going to invest in the things and they're going to make you train harder, do it. But you don't necessarily need the bells and whistles. So that leaves me with Zehra. Zehra, please tell me you have ever been duped and like just jumped into something that was so gimmicky and it just didn't work for you. Or are you just too smart for that?
No, I have. Actually, it was when I was like, well, growing up, my mom had the Thigh Master.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I remember I would grab it from her and I would use it, but it was collecting dust for sure. And then we had those hand grip things. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Like you'd grip them and your hand would grip. Yeah. And then one thing I did buy was an ab roller, but I remember seeing it on TV and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And you just like, you're on your knees and you roll out. And I'm like, I'm pretty fit. I think I can do this. And the first time I rolled out, landed flat on my face. I had to just gradually work my way up to it. But yeah, it's so easy to get sucked into them. And like you guys said before, if it gets you up and moving, if that's one thing that you need, that you think you need to get up and moving,
yeah,
that's totally fine. I think we all go through those things to try, for sure.
100%. And I think I beat everyone here when I tell you that I have an Olympic bar, an Olympic power bar in my basement. Why do I have an Olympic power bar in my basement? So if you know, like the weightlifters at the Olympics, and they're like, ah, and they put it on their back and they squat, that's in my basement. I have used it twice maybe in my life, and the only reason it's still there is because like I don't know where to put it. I don't know how to get rid of that. So yeah, we all fall for it. Get the stuff that's going to get you moving, and the rest of it, get rid of it, right? Thanks for sharing, everyone.